Hey, hello, and welcome. Come on in. We are in the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde, and I am having all kinds of computer glitches, camera issues. Thank you, Spirit on Light. That seems to be working. You know how that works. It may come on or off throughout the video. Either way, is the Spirit kind of interjecting in the conversation. But today, I want to talk a little bit about repeating numbers, angel numbers, and downloads. A lot of you are new on your spiritual journey, and you hear people talk about terminologies, and you don't quite understand what they are or what they mean. I'm going to touch on downloads briefly too to kind of help you out, give you a little bit of a guidance on that. And let's see, that may be it. I may pull a couple cards at the end if I don't drag on too long. Hang on, I'm going to get my coffee. Get yours. All right, welcome back, you guys. All right, let's talk about those angel numbers first. This is one of the most common questions I get. Tina, I keep seeing a repeating number. The most common one is 1111. What's it mean? I see 222. What's it mean? I see it. First off, don't get hung up on the number. Don't worry about the number. Your spirit guides, whoever they may be, however you want to what kind of terminology you want to give to them, whether they are your ancestors, whether they are ascended masters, that would be like Jesus and Buddha and, Mother Teresa. So whatever you call them, it is just your guidance, your inner guidance from the other side, throwing numbers at you just to say, look, you're on the right path. You're beginning to see these signs. Anytime you see a sign, make sure you say thank you. Whether if it's in your head, I do it out loud. You know what? I'm at that point with the work that I do that I don't give a damn if somebody thinks I'm nuts or not. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. So I do. I thank Spirit out loud. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. You hear me say it all the time. But the number is not as significant as the fact that you are seeing it. Now, we can get a little deeper into what some of those numbers mean, and I am going to give you a class on numerology and help you understand what those numbers do mean. For right now, though, we're just going to make it brief and just say, look, you're on the right path. You are seeing the signs they're sending, okay? Yeah, it doesn't make a difference whether it's 4 of the same number, 3 of the same number. It doesn't make a difference. It could be 911. You often see me, my favorite is 1234. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's an exact 10. It is a time when the universe kind of gives us that kind of a do-over. Happens twice a day. But that's one of the numbers I love. You may see another number that resonates with you. If I see 409, I know my dad is near, very near. 409 was the number of our house number on the road that we lived on. It was also my dad's clock number in the mill that he worked at. So when I see 409, I know who's around. So there are numbers that are significant to you. When you feel that and see that, know it. Trust your gut and know it. That's who's with you. They're just throwing signs saying, look, we're here. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. All right, downloads. Some of you are so new to your spiritual awakening that some of this stuff is brand new to you. And, I've been around this for a very long time. I looked up the definition of download. What the hell is a download? It can be any form of information that you receive divinely. Bingo. You know what? I don't know how that. I think I channeled what what I just said because I looked it up so that I could give you a simple explanation. And it is so confusing. And we get into the matrix and the Ethernet and all of that information that's out there. It's all there for us. All that information anything that's ever happened in the world, anything that's ever will happen. That stuff is just all floating around out there. Some of us are able to tap into it through meditation. We ask to receive downloads. Technically, that's kind of what I do when I'm, working with you guys, receiving those downloads coming from my spirit guides. So it can be any kind of information that you receive. Most often, people think that they're going to receive downloads during meditation. Okay, I'm in there, I'm quiet, got my eyes shut, I'm not hearing anything, nobody's telling me anything, where are my spirit guides? That's not when you're going to receive your download, when you're meditating. You're going to meditate a little bit, and only do it 10 or 15 minutes. Do not think you need to meditate an hour or 2 hours, that you have to sit cross-legged in the lotus position. You do not. Just meditate for a short time. Clearing the mind is very difficult. So if you can only do it 2 or 3 minutes at a time, where you think like, hey, nothing's there, it's black, it's blank, nothing's there, you've got it. Stretch that out tomorrow just a little longer, and then a little longer. That's meditation in a nutshell. You will not receive those downloads while you're meditating, most likely. When you're standing at the kitchen sink, and this is my favorite example, when you're standing at the kitchen sink, first off, you get your hands in water, and water is so conductive to help pick up energy. It's like just plugging in an extension cord to the universe, or at least to Mother Gaia. But your mind is kind of in neutral when you're standing there at the kitchen sink, and then all of a sudden you're going to go, that's why I was a mean little kid. You'll get some kind of little revelation, like, that's why Billy stole candy when he was little. You'll receive a little tidbit of information on something you may be dealing with, something that has bothered you in the past, whatever it may be. It's just going to be, it's just a little bit of information coming to you in downloads. Most often we receive downloads when we don't even realize it. I mentioned that sink. Thank you, Spirit on the light. The most active time that we receive downloads is when we're asleep. Our mind is in a state, it's kind of, again, it's in neutral. I can't think of exactly if it's delta, if it's theta, what state it is right now. But when we are in that state, our spirit guides give us these downloads. Most often they are geared for us. I receive a whole different kind of download than you may. I've been at this a long time. My work has really given me a glimpse of how gruesome people can be. So my downloads could be totally different than yours. Not that I get gruesome downloads, but you know what? It's you get what you're ready to receive. Trust any information that you get. Trust it. Journal it. Write it down. Keep track of it. Some of the things that the downloads you get may not make a damn bit of sense today, but if you look back 6 months from now, or 6 weeks from now, or 6 days, it may make a whole lot of sense. So it's a good time to really start journaling your own particular spiritual journey. Not just your downloads, but you know, anything else that you, some of the intuition that, intuitive hits that you get also, you should keep track of those too. All right. You know what? I went on for 10 minutes. I said I'd pull a card. For some of you that are loyal enough, I will pull a couple cards. Excuse me. I've got the hiccups that I want to start. I keep saying no. Here we go. What is this card? Knight of Wands. All right. Exactly what this knight is. I wanted it to be in reference to the one of the topics we talked about today. Knight of Wands. This is a fast horse here. Some of you are going to receive a very important download very quickly after this. Now that you know what you're looking for, what you're going to kind of keep your eyes open for, how to, you know, just kind of open yourself up to what a download is. Some of you are this is going to happen very soon that you actually recognize it. And let's grab another card. Sometimes downloads can come in the, how I talked about briefly, like they can be little hits of intuition. You may have receive a download that gives you a good insight on something financially, whether it's where to put your money as far as savings or investing, or whether it might be the right time to buy a lottery ticket. All right, you guys, there you have it. You know what? I hope some of that resonated with you guys. I hope that it makes a lot of sense what a download is and what those numbers are. You know, I never leave you that I don't bless you with love and light. See you guys soon.